Good afternoon, everybody. I thought today for my video I would talk about the 50th anniversary of Kiss Alive. That comes up on September 10th of this year. But I felt like talking about this now because I do really love this album. This of course is the album that got Kiss their big popularity. I mean, at least it started them on the path to that. The studio album that followed this, Destroyer, gave them their big hit Beth, and Kiss became like huge. And if it wasn't for this album, that would not have happened. Their first three studio albums, the debut album, self-titled, Hotter Than Hell, and Dressed to Kill, did not do very well at all, and they couldn't quite capture the band the way they were live. That's where all the buzz was from that, and so they captured it on record. Now, yes, there was some stuff they've done in the studio to touch it up, but it's understandable because when you play live, I don't think you're going to be perfect unless you've been at it for 50 years like they had. But even then, you're going to make mistakes, right? And I would assume that all live albums get touched up, especially if it's a really popular band and you got a lot of screaming fans and you're going to barely be able to hear them, like what happened with the Beatles. You have to touch things up. But it's still a live album, and it is one of the greatest live albums ever. And the live versions of songs from their first three albums that are on here are the definitive versions of those songs. You got Deuce, Strutter, Got to Choose, Hotter Than Hell, Firehouse, Nothing to Lose, Come On and Love Me, Parasite, She, Watching You, 100,000 Years, Black Diamond, Rock Bottom, Cold Gin, Rock and Roll All Night, and ending with Let Me Go Rock and Roll. And I'm just opening this up, and of course a little booklet that comes with it. I mean, I just love all these images of the band from back then. And that's what got me interested in Kiss first, was the image. And then, obviously, the music's really great. My parents both Kiss fans, and that's why I love them. And this album, 50 years old this year, and there's a few albums that turned 50 this year. And I think at some point I want to do a video on my favorite albums from that year. I do have a few. There's still some more I want to get, so that might be coming eventually. But if you haven't listened to Kiss before, this is a great entry point to them. So, highly recommended. Anyway, that's all I wanted to do for today, is just talk about this album's coming up, the 50th anniversary. I'm hoping they do something special for this. Hopefully something special for the album Dressed to Kill, which is also 50 this year. So when I do a video on my favorite albums from that year, this will not be included. So that's why I want to kind of do this as a separate video. But this is one of the best albums from that year, one of the best albums from this band, and I will never get tired of it. So let me know what you think about this album down in the comments below. And if you like my content, subscribe to the channel. And I will talk to you all some point next week, because I do have a book review coming and probably some movie reviews. And probably nothing on Monday because of the inauguration. That's all that people are going to want to talk about. Maybe I should do a video to distract from that kind of stuff, because that's what I want to do on this channel now, is just talk about stuff I like. And I am open to suggestions to try out different bands, movies, books. Although after I get done reading the book I'm currently on, I'm going back to reading Lord of the Rings, so I might have a lot of content coming out from that. But stay tuned. More on the way. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I will see you all later.